Guess who's back?
Guess who's back in show business?
Been a little while, I know. Lots of things going on. Computer crash and I lost a lot of video stuff. New software and lots of modifications to the agency. And busy going seeing different properties for clients. But winter's coming in, so it's calming down a bit. And I thought I'd do a video about this place, Saint-Quay-Poitru, which is actually one of the places to be on the North Breton coast. Absolutely amazing place if you ask me. I wouldn't say I know it well, but I know where it is, and this is what makes me laugh. And in the fact that it's on the market with 4 different agencies. And, well, let's say they're not painting the full picture. Let's have a look at a few of the photos here, and I'll explain as we go along. Basically, you can see quite a unique property, especially with Brittany, hardly local architecture as such. Very Arabian. A lot of the local press articles speak about Arabian Nights. And it is situated, as I said, here in Saint-Quay-Poitru. This is France, as you can guess, up in the north coast here, and it is literally right on the coast here. And I reckon you've probably got at least 180 degree view of the sea, if not a lot more.
Aye, Captain.
But we'll get back to the view a bit later. Like I said, as far as I know, it's on the market with 4 different agencies. At least there's 4 are actually advertising it on the different portals. There might be others around just doing not as good advertising. There is Sotheby's International. They have it on the market for 1.8 million, all inclusive. 10 rooms, 6 bedrooms, 330 metres square. Livable space, 1,200 metres square of land. There does seem to be some sort of varying opinions on this, as we see in the adverts. But yeah, let's have a look at the photos here. Let's go down here. Here you go. So, no looking place. That's a bit more a classical view, let's say, where you can actually see it's quite nice and square. Another view there. Another view, bit of foreground there, another foreground one. That's what I call a decent view of a house for sale. You see that? This house is actually, or this property is actually situated right on the right in the edge of town. Well, it's on the edge of town because it's on the cliffside, overlooking the sea. So you can walk down to your shops, walk down to the restaurants, walk down to the bars, walk down to whatever you want pretty well. And certainly walk to restaurants, but I'll get onto that. See, as you see inside here, the actual inside matches the outside with its Arabian or Moroccan feel to the property, with the ornate tiles, the ornate arches. Okay, they've got the furniture which goes with it. You can see here, absolutely lovely place. Built in 1910, I think it was, from memory. On my stand corrected. Oh, that window looks tired there. Single glazed, we're talking about 1.8 million here. Single glazed. That looks like more modernist windows. That looks double glazed, that one, but one of the first double glazed units where it's literally about 1 millimetre between the 2 panes. But it's better than the other one. Nice views, like I said, lovely views out of the sea there. Views down to the rocky coastline. On the north coast of Brittany there is very much rocky. There's not as much sandy beaches. That is what they call the Ile Comtesse, or the Duchess's Island. I don't know. And they have a general view there. Have a general view. And back to the beginning. It's also on the books with Guy Hockey. Guy Hockey is a chain of French agents. They're not really specialised in the high-end market, let's say. They're more of the general day-to-day stuff. But they have an office in the town here, and they have it on the books. So you can see here, they seem to like their wide angles. They definitely like the wide angles. Oh, there's something for you. See that square there? This shadow, that is, I'm pretty sure, a Matterport Pro 2 360 camera, which is used for doing 360 virtual tours, but also does still shots. Trouble is, it does a very wide angle still shot, as you can see. But yeah, a lot of you American house photographers actually turning in your graves watching this. Another view there. Okay, another view of that hall with all the actual different artwork there. There's the lounge. There's still the lounge. There's still the lounge. Still the lounge. Oh, there's a bedroom. Well, no, second lounge, I guess. That looks like it might be upper floor. When you actually read the details, this ground floor is livable. This is actually a big room to actually be developed, and then there's like another space at the top there. But it's also on the market with Patrice Besse as well. So here you go. Once again, more photos. That's the front view, the back view, another angle, another detail of the windows. You can see the windows are pretty tired. It's a case of, do you actually want to replace them with identical ones, or would you go for something more modern? Good question. You got the wife, you got the owner in the shot there. Long view, back view, looking down towards the island. Detail. That landing hall again, staircase, corridor. The detail of the lamp fitting, because it's very important, because all lamp fittings stay in houses and you're not going to change it for the order of your life. Lounge again, fireplace as we saw earlier. They can't actually even get it square. Let's put it off to one side. Another detail shot. Another detail shot. Mostly this is Patrice Besse and they like those detail shots. 300 odd metre square living space, and they've got details of all sorts of things. And that is Patrice Besse. I don't know if you noticed, we're going along here. There is a few clues to what I'm talking about. It's also on the market with Espace Typique, which is an agency I quite like, but I want to keen on this one. Because again, if you look at the photos, okay, I won't hang around too long on them. One thing I don't like is actually they've got square photos on the website, so it goes up to maximum size, but so you have to scroll all the time up and down to see the whole photo. Wasn't very well thought out. That's the bathroom. Coming back to that once again, wide angle lens, because look at the length of that bath. Unless you're like sort of 7'5". That tiled window again. The hall again. No detail of the hall. That corridor we saw earlier. Staircase. View outside. View outside. Lounge. I'm telling you what you know, so. Go back to the bathroom again. So you can see there, all nice photos. One thing with Espace Typique, they're actually on 2.5 million, so they haven't realised it's dropped in price, or no one's told them, and they haven't followed out the file. So, Cécile Soyer, contact your clients. They've dropped 700,000 on the house price. Given their dues, Espace Typique are the only agency to mention what I'm making this video about. All the others talk about the house, talk about 6 bedrooms, the lovely architecture, the views over the countryside, views over the sea, walking down to the shops, walking down to the restaurants, da-da-da, which is all well and good. But they don't mention the dark side of the moon, except for Espace Typique. They quickly mention here somewhere, if I can find it quickly, all the same, the history of the Villa Kermor isn't without shadows. That actually sounds quite sort of worrying. Well, there's been like a multi-murder there or something, I don't know. No, it's not as bad as it sounds in French, put it that way. Or the French version is not as bad as it sounds in English, you know what I mean. The immediate surroundings of this magnificent property have been radically changed at the beginning of the 1980s by the construction of a 4-star hotel in its garden. When I look at the architecture, it might be 1980s, but they weren't very forward thinking in that case, because it looks more like a 1960s, 1970s build. They're actually showing the photos, because that's all they're giving you. For me being me, delve deeper. If we actually look at the aerial shot here you go, this is the actual aerial shot on Google Maps. If you look up Hotel Cœur Mort and Saint-Quay-Portrieux, or Saint-Quay-Portrieux, there is the actual manor house itself, for want of a better word, and all this is the hotel. So the actual entrance to the hotel is right here. Parking to the hotel is here and there. I'm guessing that might be part of the manor house's garden and parking area. Then you have this garden around here. But as you can see, your garden's sitting on top of the hotel. If I show you this photo here, this is not Photoshop. This is the real thing. Yeah. This 4-star hotel is actually showing a photo which dates back probably about to the 1990s. For a 4-star hotel, not very good if you ask me. And this is a hotel with all these lovely, ugly terraces. They actually have an expression in France, it's called cage à lapin, which basically means rabbit cages. But it's a 5-star hotel, so who cares? And then you've got the manor house sitting on top, but literally sitting right on top. What makes me laugh, none of the actual agencies talk about this, except for Espace Typique, who mention it but don't actually show it to you. This property has been on the market for years because no one talks about the actual hotel side. But the thing is, anyone who might be coming across from the States, from elsewhere in the world, coming to see this unique property, and they get there and they find your actual garden overlaps onto an ugly 4-star hotel, well, it certainly makes you think twice, doesn't it? But at the same time, if the agencies actually played the cards on the table, as they say, in France, and said, look, there's a hotel, here's a photo of it, yes, it's there, but think about the advantages. You can actually have your own house here, don't have to worry about cooking, you just go down to the restaurant, don't have to worry about guests and their rooms, then just go down to the hotel. You can still walk down to the village, walk down to the shops, you got all the services there below you, and you got your own space. But none of the agencies thought about selling it that way. Who knows, it might have been sold if it was. But also, it's a very good example of why you should always call in a separate opinion on the actual properties before you can actually travel distances to see them. And that's where I come into play. Click on the link and I can go out and check these out for you and let you know these details before you waste your time and your money coming over to see them. Okay, speak to you soon. Bye.